Okay, this is how we did our door net. We have a rocker bar, and we welded a tab on it, on top and bottom, and then ran a thick bar through there, and that's where a fine mesh web goes through. Okay, up at the top, we're latched with a quick release latch there. We put two different belt buckles from Summit on there. Both of them would fall down during a run, so we stopped using those. But they were accepted. We just tried to keep them on until we left the start line. The whole bar slides in the back, so if I push, the whole thing pops down and falls to be able to egress it. Crap, it's hard to put on with one hand, but yeah, it's pretty stout. These kinds of vehicles, they have a roll cage built into them. I know people don't believe that, but you know, many years ago they started building roll cage structures. Those are like 2 to 3 layers of steel thick to stop people from dying in rollover accidents. All my net is inside the roll cage structure, but you know, I was told to build it this way, specifically told by an inspector, multiple inspectors, to build it this way. In fact, I believe Cook was involved in this build, and so was Deist involved in this build, and the inspectors were involved in this build. So if this is incorrect and we have to change it, it would be nice if someone would let me know, because yeah, it is on the outside of that upper bar. I mean, that's how we were told to do it. We were originally on the inside of that bar. No, we were originally on the center of that bar. And we were told to go to the outside of the bar, because somehow I could like get my hand through here and it could like stick out through the door jamb, or I forget what the heck the word is. There's still a concern that somehow somebody whose hips are back here could somehow bend in the middle of their but in the middle of their shin bone, and somehow get their foot stuck outside the door. We basically just said, you know, something we'll have to fix in the future. I know a human couldn't actually do that without their leg broken, but we're supposed to put a plate there or something. You can't really get your foot out there even if your leg's broken, but anyhow, but yeah, we have to put some kind of plate there or something to cover that little gap there. But that's how we did ours. You know, originally we just had the opening covered, center line of the tubes. They said that wasn't good enough because it was more than one piece of fabric. Then they said, what was the next one? They said we couldn't tie it to this bar, I think is what the next thing was, and so on and so forth. So this is what we ended up with after all the experts said this is what LSR requires. So that's the situation. You know, if that's why it was rejected 3 times, well, it was rejected 3 times because the experts kept telling me the wrong thing to do. All I was doing was following instructions.